Recording in progress. Brandon.
Yo.
We are the fucking Duocast. We're part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. You're Brandon Chalmers. I'm Jamie Noguchi.
That is true.
Let's get right into it.
Okay.
You got it. This week is Small Press Expo week. And there's a lot of shit going on. So like we gotta go quick.
Okay.
Homework. So
I was bad about it and I logged in and added 2 songs before we got started.
Yeah.
And I was working on the other ones. I promise. I only kind of forgot.
So you after we got off the call last Wednesday,
I made a declarative statement that I did not follow through with on my own. Luckily, I am not the only one.
No, I kind of expected. So
all right.
So in the meantime, I've been doing research on building what is known in the biz as a pedal board.
Okay.
For 2 reasons. One,
you like switches, like a lot.
No,
like, toys are cool.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier just to keep everything on one plate
on a board.
But two, I'm sick of losing pedals. So if I have them all in one place,
how does one lose a pedal? Like they're pretty chunky.
Yeah, but if you have a pedal over here, and if you have a pedal over there. And if you have a pedal over at someone else's house and you don't remember it, and then it comes time to figure out.
This is you doing instrument inventory is what this is.
Yeah, and then you figure out, I used to have this kind of pedal. Right. Now that kind of pedal is disappeared, and I don't know if it was lost in a move or lost in a... So if you have a pedal board, they're all on the same spot.
Right, until you lend them out.
And I don't think any of my pedals are that special.
Can I wait? Hang on. Are you? Is this like a universal thing? Is this you mounting them to a piece of wood? Like, how does this work?
Yeah. So I'm doing research into that. First of all, let me show you the pedals that we're working with because I dug up some shit.
Okay.
So fuck. Okay. This unassuming box.
Yes.
This is the Bluebeard Fuzz from Sanford and Sonny.
Okay.
I don't think they're in business anymore.
I would say, given the fact that looks handwritten on the bottom of that, I assume they were a small joint that were making pretty rad pedals. But if that thing dies, it's dead.
Yeah. This was there's the guy who used to work at Atomic Music in College Park.
Yes.
He would get all of the big muffs in, and he would run them.
All of the big muffs, you say?
Are you unfamiliar with the big muff?
Look, bruh, look at me. I'm very familiar with a big muff. Like, I'm not confused about that.
Okay. So they would get in a whole bunch of big muffs.
Okay, hang on. You should probably explain to the listeners other than my shithead joke.
Big muff is a electroharmonic distortion pedal. For a modern listener, if you're familiar with any of the Smashing Pumpkins stuff, anytime Billy Corgan has that thick, juicy distortion, it's usually a muff.
Okay.
So Sonny, since he worked at Atomic Music, a used guitar store, anytime a big muff would come in, he would listen to it and he would find the ones that he liked. And then he would go to his engineer friend and say, okay, this is why this one sounds good. I want you to emulate that.
Right. Okay.
So the Bluebeard is his favorite muff, and it has a toggle switch. I don't know what it does. I don't know the technical term for what it does, but it makes a big muff even angrier. So that's the Bluebeard. My distortion pedal. What the fuck is this? This is a Neo clone. It's just a chorus. You can make it big, make it juicy, make it less juicy.
I feel like I should add to your pedals with the ones that I'm not using because I have quite a few sitting in the drawer over there. Yeah, including if you wanted to get a little fun, I think I need a replacement hose for it. But I have a Banshee vocalizer, like one of the fucking Peter Frampton. Do you feel like I do? Kind of, and it's fucking rad.
That's
like
awesome.
it still fires up. It's one of my favorite things. It's actually got a built-in fan inside of it. So it blows air up through the hose and then it reverberates inside your mouth. And then the actual pedal gets picked up by the microphone.
That's
and it's
cool.
Fucking rad to play with.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like I'm pretty sure I can go get a replacement hose on Amazon for like $25 or something. And that thing super works.
Maybe that could be fun.
Yeah.
Because while we are going to be doing covers, I don't expect we're going to be emulating all of the sounds that they do. So this is just like, this is utility board. This is stuff I know how to use. This stuff I use in every day. Like I can get a sound that I like out of this gear.
Right.
Wah pedal. This is a Boss. I don't know what the fuck. I just got it because guess what, Brandon? I lost my wah pedal. It's not where I usually put my guitar gear. It's not in the other place where sometimes the guitar gear ends up. So I must have left it at a place or it's somewhere else.
I gotcha.
So I've just messed with this. It's quote unquote modern wah. It has 2 tones. There's a vintage version which kind of muddies everything up, so you got to kind of mess with it. And then the modern signal has a clearer tone to it. So it does the wah, but it doesn't like.
So you could throw another pedal through it, muddy it up just a scotch, and then be able to wah with it and have more control and just let it just handle wah.
Yeah.
And
then and this is where the rabbit hole begins because I started looking into purchasing stuff and it's just it's never a good idea. So this is an electric harmonic key 9 electric piano machine. And what it does is it takes your analog signal and emulates like the keys or like an organ sound or something like that. And it's you're not getting like it's not MIDI. So I'm not sure what the circuit is in here, but it sounds close enough. And I figure going through a PA, that'll be fine for what we're doing. It'll be close enough. If we're not able to fill out the roster, I'll have that in case we need to like thicken up the sound in some parts.
That makes sense. I was going to say you could also use the mini keyboard that I have with the pad, and we could pre-program certain things into it. So worst case scenario, one of us would just need to hit a certain thing on the pad and let it kind of just and then just every time you'd hit it, and we could figure out how long we want to make that or what have you. So like that's not the end of the world because this came with a ton of fucking software too.
Ooh, fun. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I don't understand a ton of it, but to my research understanding, it's pretty fucking capable, especially considering the price point. But like I've seen proper bands use it. If I'm not mistaken, I think both the Mega Drives have one of these and use it pretty regularly. So I figure like if it'll hold up to shit like that, I assume that this is a pretty capable little machine. Like I'm not asking a ton of it because worst case scenario, it was $100. Yeah. So if it dies, it dies. Like full Ivan Drago policy on the thing. Yeah. But like I think that the software is robust because it's a Kai professional. So like you can get a proper fucking like couple $1,000 keyboard by this company. Yeah. So this is like their entry level, like, hey, you want to fuck around with MIDI stuff? Hey, you want to do this? Like, yeah, I'd like to try this. Like, okay, cool.
Nice. So there are 3 more pedals that I do not have that I am looking to acquire. One of them is an acoustic simulator. So instead of plugging in a new fucking guitar, I can just hit that pedal and do some acoustic stuff. Cause like, if Brandon wants to bust out a ballad and like get off the drums and like do some crowd work, me and Erin, like she can do her bass jam and we can sit on like bar stools and just play away and you can serenade to your heart's content. And if I don't have to switch out guitars, that would be great. Reverb pedal, and the reverb pedal goes in with the next pedal that I'm talking about. So depending on the next pedal I'm talking about, I might not need a reverb unit, but if I do, I might need a reverb unit. I'm looking at some spring reverbs because it has that nice classic sound that I like, but also as a fan of Dick Dale, I want something when I turn it to 10, I sound like a surf king.
Right. I gotcha. Okay.
And that is a spring reverb. Now, the last pedal, so those two are kind of neat to have, but not necessary. The last pedal is kind of a necessity. I'm looking for a amp cab simulator because I don't want to carry my big ass amp. I got a big ass tube amp. If I can get away with not carrying a big ass tube amp, I'm going to be hauling a PA. So if I can plug into the PA and do that.
Right.
And they make pedals that simulate the cab section and the speaker section.
Okay.
And I'm looking for, I have a friend on Twitter who actually works at like a boutique guitar store and was telling me about like all the top 10 tops, the PRS tops that are coming in.
All right.
Like,
all right.
He's been touching Wood Library PRS, and I'm like, I'm going to visit this motherfucker.
For the record, where I'm working now, I'm working with a lot of dudes who spend a lot of years playing local music, a lot of guys who handle PA systems still for bands and what have you, may have an in with Bill's music locally. So if we needed to maybe get a hold of something, I might be able to beg, barter, call in a favor, what have you. Or more importantly, like if you send me a list of stuff, I might be able to reach out and just be like, hey, do you have this? Are you using it? Can I buy it?
Okay.
So we might be able to get some like real proper established stuff.
Awesome.
That, yeah, for maybe a discount. So what you're looking for, make sure you shoot me over a message and I'll just kind of reach out to the feelers of my engineer, my estimator, and the owner are all like former and current band members, PA guys, sound guys, what have you. So like,
nice.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the setup I'm looking for. I'm going for versatility. I'm not going Makes for sense. Like all the sounds because the other way to go, Line 6 has the Helix line of products. Helix is their amp simulation software, and they've put it into a number of different pedals. You're familiar with the Pod series because you have a Pod, like
right?
That little red dude. Yeah, they have a Pod Go or whatever, and it has like amp cab simulators, and it has a number of effects. My only problem with it is it didn't have enough effects loops so that like if I want 4 effects, I have to like program it. Like I didn't want to have to program some shit. I just wanted to step on a button and make the sound go widdly.
Make sure it works.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I wanted the widdly. I wanted the access to the widdly. I'm like when I'm in the recording studio, I have all sorts of bullshit on. When I'm on stage, I see it, I step on it, it makes a sound. That's all. Right. That's what I want. That's what I want. Right. So I've been doing research, friend Brando. How's it been going on your end? Have you hit the sticks? Have you punched a wall?
I hit the sticks a bit, which is good. This week's been with the wife away on a business trip or whatever it is. So she's been gone since early Friday. I had to drop them off at the airport at like 4:30 Friday morning. Had to pick up her friend from the airport Sunday at 11:40 at night. So I didn't get home until like 12:30. I didn't fall asleep till 1, up for work at 5.
Oh God.
Had a long night last night, which culminated in me stopping at the local Wawa to get gas and some fucking dickhead deciding to pick a fight and throw a fucking milkshake at my back.
Why?
Yeah, because I guess he thought it was fucking funny, or at least the passenger who I think actually did it thought it was real fucking funny because he was crouched over in the car.
Oh my God.
So I'm, super great white guy shouting at 2 young kids driving away in a Nissan Sentra as I try and kick the back of their fucking cars or driving away, tell them to go fuck themselves. So still a little hot about that.
Oh man. No good.
Let's see. And then on the way home from treating myself to a new pair of Beats Fit Pros, which are really reasonably priced, especially since I got a refurbished pair from Best Buy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So they handle refurbing everything proper, whatever it is. So I got them quite literally for half the price. Cool. They fit super nice. They have noise transparency. Like they have 2 different modes. One's noise cancellation, where I get to just be in my music or whatever it is. And then one is a actual like transparency mode that Apple handles. Because they're designed essentially like the AirPods, where you can hear outside noise, but still have stereo sound and have both ears in.
Yeah.
So I can actually work in an office with earbuds in both ears and be able to listen to music and then still be able to have people come up and talk to me and have me be able to pause and go, oh, hey, what's up? Yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So was really excited about that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm over in Timonium. I'm going to go stop by and I'll hit Habit Burger on the way home. Great idea. Okay, fine. Habit Burger was fucking delicious as always, except on the way fucking home, I got rear-ended. Luckily, no real damage, but man, you want to talk about coming out of the car fucking hot? I think I scared the shit out of that dude. Because, like, I went to go pull onto the road and some dude came flying down the road and I eased back on the brakes and the dude bumped into me in his big fuck SUV. And I got out, I parked, swung the door open, turned back. The first words out of my mouth were, are you fucking blind or are you just an asshole? And the guy looked at me and was like, I'm sorry. And I walked up, I looked at the back of my car and I saw zero damage whatsoever. No airbags went off. I looked at the front of his car and I went, get out of the car. And he's like, no. I was like, no, you're getting out of the car and we're going to agree that you have no damage. And then I'm going to drive away. He got out of the car. We both looked. He apologized again. I went, are you good? He said, yes. I said, okay, I'm going to drive away. We're both in agreement that there is no damage and we're not abandoning the scene of an accident, right? And the guy's like, yeah. I was like, cool. And I left. And I was like, God damn it.
It seems like you had a week. And it's
fucking Tuesday, Lemon. Yeah. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday,
Lemon. Yeah.
Holy shit, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm a little crispy right now. So I apologize if I seem a little grumpy, or more importantly, if I just getting used to the whole, I'm not used to operating solo. So
okay.
I get frustrated with myself when I forget simple shit that my wife and I have gotten into a real routine. We've gotten used to doing things a certain way, what have you. I'm also trying to, switch my diet around and what have you. And,
that's the worst.
And it needs to happen. Bottom line is it needs to happen. And I know it. And that's fine.
Yeah, but that's frustrating. Like in that adjustment period, you're just like,
right. So I'm trying to adjust with everything. And that's why I took Friday off, because I knew I was going to be dropping them off at fucking Odark 30. And the last time I did this, when she went out to go visit her mother out in Washington State, I went to work after I dropped her off at the airport at 4:30. Yeah. And I learned my lesson. And then I didn't realize the night before that I was going to need to go pick up the friend from the airport on Sunday. I thought she said 11. Turns out after they were already there in California, it was 11:40. And it's like, and I'm not mad at them. They're already paying way too goddamn much to go out for this wedding.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to figure out the best solution, whatever it is, but it seemed fucking unfair to have somebody jet set out to California. By the way, land in LAX because the flights to fucking Northern California were damn near double. Rent a car, cannonball, 4.5 hours after you get off of a cross-country flight with a layover, and then get up, land, do that Friday, check into the hotel 7 o'clock in the evening after you started the day at 4:30 East Coast time. Whoa. Then go and fucking deal with all of your day. Go do a wedding Saturday. Leave at 6:30 in the morning Sunday from Northern California. Drive 4.5 hours back to LAX to then go do a nonstop flight, at least with no layover, but then adding on the added time of West Coast to East Coast.
Yep.
And then getting off the plane is you shouldn't have to also pay for long-term parking and then. I can't willingly do that to them. So it was I'm declaratively, by the way, just to kind of clarify, because I don't want it to come off as anything, but I am not upset at anyone in that scenario.
The situation is bad.
It's more just whew, all right, game time. Let's do this thing. So
yeah.
Right. So I'm crispy and it's not even Wednesday yet. And I'm not sure. I think my wife lands Sunday. So I've got, Plus side is I finally booked my vacation. Downside is this will now be my wife's third vacation for the year, and I will only get 4 days. So and I know I'm preaching to the choir because you never fucking take vacation days, and when you do, you never really seem to decompress.
No, I didn't.
So
year.
And that's the thing is like I can never tell if that's a financial choice if you just aren't a big fan of right, and that's kind of what I realized is like you and I kind of retail therapy that way, but I never really feel like I need.
I had this before. It's playing that
okay. Like, yeah. See, and I don't like I get that in small bursts, but that never seems to have any sort of longevity. Like I need to not have anything real on my schedule, walk out, hear the ocean, and then literally be like, well, am I going to read comics or am I going to play like a Nintendo 3DS? Like I still haven't finished. I bought, hang on, where is it? It's right here. Hang on, because I still haven't. I bought the fucking Saga Omnibus before I went on vacation last year. Didn't manage to finish it while I was on I'm going to take this back and pick up where I left off a fucking year ago.
Oh my God.
Right. That's how little comics I read these days. Like I'm so kind of, I need.
You need a break.
I need a break.
You need a break, Brandon.
I'm a little crispy.
Yeah.
I need a break. Yeah. So it's like, okay. And like, the plus side and downside is my work is kind enough to let me bring the dog to work. So I don't have to jockey back and forth and go like drive from Arbutus where I work back to Towson, take the dog out, then drive back there, then work late. Like they're like, fuck it. If he's well behaved, and he's great with people. So like they let me bring my 85-pound pit bull to fucking work with me and be an office buddy. Aww. And I'm genuinely appreciative of it. But also, it's like packing a toddler on Monday morning because he needs the baby gate to keep him from jumping up on anybody. Yeah. He needs his gigantic fucking pillow to lay on. He needs his blankie. He needs his toys. He needs his treat. He needs his food. I've already got a bowl there along with everything. Like, right. But like that means I am taking an actual fucking IKEA bag full of shit, plus a baby gate strapped to the outside of it, then my regular bag along with my lunch, my new fucking bullshit diet ass lunch, and the dog, and I went to bed like 4 hours ago.
God.
Right. Time to go to work. Let's make the fucking donuts.
Yeah. Because like with a baby at least, you can guide them, or you put them in a thing, you strap them down, all you have to do is hear them cry.
Right.
A puppy or a dog, your dog.
My dog. Yeah, right.
Like you can't pick his ass up.
I mean, I can, but I won't. Like it's a trade-off. And like, I got everything packed and by the door because I knew the second I grabbed, and he's ornery, but he's fucking smart. So he knows that when the wife's not there and I'm getting ready for work, he's coming to work with me. So he is actively fucking, and he's tall enough that like I've got one of those little like 3-tier IKEA carts down by the door that has all of his shit in it, all of his fucking stupid ass winter coats and all the sweaters and everything else like that my wife bought him and whatever it is. But in the top is his leash and his harness. And he's tall enough that he can grab at that shit.
Oh, no.
So he starts like, he sees me putting my lunch together and everything else like that. He's had his breakfast already. He's doing donuts around me, fucking stomping all over my feet. And then he starts booping at his fucking harness with his nose and then looking back at me like, did you see that I touched the thing? Did you see that? Like full on fucking Nemo. Like, I'm going to touch the butt. I'm going to touch the butt. Motherfucker gets so excited, he decides to pull his harness out of the goddamn thing, dragging the leash clipped to it all the way out with it. The leash clips the cart. The whole cart falls over. The cart unplugs the TV. All it like fucking domino effect. He scurries back because there's a loud bang. And I'm like, it is 5:25 in the morning. I do not have the fucking patience in me. And I'm doing everything I can to not yell at this sweet dog. Cause like all he wants to do is come hang out with me all fucking day. Like he is at his most excited. It's like,
Daddy,
the cart back up. Right. And eventually I clip him. He goes fucking ballistic. And then finally get him out to the car.
Not before, by the way, he has a meltdown because I decided to take the stuff out to the car before I take him with me.
Oh, no.
Because I can't reasonably hold 85 pounds of dog while he's excited doing fucking pirouettes on my front sidewalk while I'm holding all of the other shit in the other arm and still trying to shut and lock the door and everything else like that before I leave for work.
Buddy.
Fucking pitch dark out. Right. I take the stuff out. He's at the front window and he's crying and howling. Just like, my God, dog. I'm not leaving without you.
Eventually, a baby will understand because they'll grow up to be a kid, but the puppy will not understand.
Puppy will not, right. He'll get used to routine, but I've only done this, like, he's had 1 full week and 1 random day there. So he understands enough that he knows how to navigate himself around my office and in the warehouse and everything. When he's calm, he's incredibly well behaved on the leash. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's just getting him settled down. But I'm like trying to merge with traffic. It's dark out. Yeah. He's doing fucking laps back and forth in the back seat because I got the fucking big protector up there with the canvas bottom or whatever it is. And he's fucking running to one side and then running to the other side. And I got fucking drool. He got so much drool from hanging out over the back seat on the way home today. It looks like I spilled soda all over my passenger seat. There's just drool marks spattered across the front side of it. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, I know. Like, I love him, but Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Aw.
I know. I'm complaining about some like first world white level shit, and I get it. I know my problems are not real problems.
But he's a big dog.
He's a big dog, right? Like, he's a big sweetheart, but he's a big dog.
Fit in a bag, you can fit in a bag.
Fuck, I would absolutely kill to be able to put him in a fucking backpack.
Yeah, you can't put Zeus in a backpack.
No,
that's like a rucksack. That's like...
right, I need an army duffel, and I also need him to fucking cooperate, and good luck with that. You should see him at bath time, Jamie. You should see him at bath time. He does not want to be in the tub. That is a whole goddamn thing. I have to talk him in, I have to coax him into the bathroom and talk him into it, and then the second we take the collar off of him, he knows it's fucking game time, and then tries to dig a fucking mud hole through my wife.
Oh, man.
Who's there, by the way, for moral support for him, because once I start bathing him, then he really starts actually crying, whimpering, sniffling, crying.
God. What a...
Right. The dangerous breed, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure.
So fierce.
If you're a tire toy, my dog is fucking vicious. Like, fuck. Anyway. So I put together my list, by the way. I still think I could probably edit it or whatever if you wanted to go look at it and do some comparisons or what have you.
Yeah, that's cool.
While you were talking, I was trying to dip over, and I don't think we have any crossover. No crossover.
Okay. I can start looking at charts and like putting stuff down and stuff.
Yeah, I would be curious what the other members' read is to see if we can find some even ground there.
Mm-hmm. Because like the charts are going to be like, here's where we play A, here's where we play B.
Yeah, right.
Here's where we play
B. Admittedly, I was trying to do my best not to let the how complicated I think some of the drum parts might be affect my desire to play the thing.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like, okay, what feels like kind of fun songs, and that's why like I avoided kind of some of the ballads. It was like, okay, what's some fun-ish songs that would be like, this has kind of a nice pace where you can go da 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 da. I can have bings and I can have beer. I can have this and I can have this. It's like, okay, this all makes sense.
We're going vibes, strictly vibes,
and that's right. Right.
When you hire us, you are getting our interpretations of these yacht rock classics. If you wanted the real band, you put on a Spotify playlist.
Right.
But you hire us for the vibes.
Right.
The vibes. And a rotating roster. Like, can you play keys? Are you free this day? Yes? Come on. What are we playing? Just make it up.
No, honestly, we get a keyboard player. Hall & Oates is suddenly back on the menu. Like, that's what I know.
But yeah, I figure... Like, I know there are cover bands who want to sound exactly like, or like, you know, And
I'd like to get closer. I'd rather it sound more like it than less like it, depending on what we're talking about. Like if we're going to do, I've heard some really great fun interpretations and some that I had no idea would actually be good. Played by a douchebag, written by questionably a bigger douchebag. When I listened to 30 Seconds of Mars's cover of Stronger, and I was like, Kanye song, Jared Leto, and somehow this is like a turducken of greatness. Yeah. It's like, does the douchiness just cancel each other out? Is that how this works?
Well, yeah, but like if we were going for the exact sounds,
we would need a much larger band and a lot more experience.
We would need a bigger band. This little pedal board would be a fucking stadium full of rack mounted gear. Like, we would need 8 guitar players. Yeah. So we're going for as good as we can get, but like our unique interpretation of what you're gonna get.
For the record, by the way, I already started looking at proper drum sets. So,
ooh, girl,
I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna play them.
Yeah,
but yeah, definitely started looking at like, okay, what makes sense? Trying to figure out like if I picked up one of the like New York style small venue kits, would that be a good enough set to be able to cover everything? Like a middle ground between like a proper size kit and like the Questlove pocket kit. So I'm a little more substantial. Yeah. Like that thing's fun, but I couldn't imagine playing a gig with that. But like Sweetwater has, I think PD might be the brand or something like that does like a New York style, like small venue kit. And like, that's how it's marketed, where it's like a decent size bass, 1 floor tom, 1 rack tom, and like a 14-inch snare. So like I'll get plenty of pop, probably not ridiculously overdriving bass, but be able to play most things that come across and then pick up a set of cymbals and not be out too terribly much. Like I think that's going to be, if I get a proper set of cymbals, it's going to probably be closer to like 700. But
so if you find something on Sweetwater or Guitar Center or anything like that, find it, then copy and paste that into reverb.com.
Okay.
Because that's where it's a used market, but also like the prices are a lot, not a lot less, but sometimes they're like 20% less.
Right.
Because it's used gear. People are selling used gear, but then also stores are selling new gear on Reverb because people stop going into them.
Right. That makes sense.
So like in a lot of the listings have free shipping. Like this fucker was like $20-$30 cheaper on Reverb than it was at Sweetwater.
I gotcha.
So yeah, go to reverb.com.
That makes sense.
Don't get new shit.
Well, this is the trade-off though, is like, I don't know enough about buying a proper drum set that I'm worried about if I don't buy used gear through a reputable dealer.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure I could find a decent set on Facebook, but I don't know if I go to look at something, I don't have the experience to pick up what is going to be a hairline fracture that I won't notice or whatever it is. And next thing you know, the fucking bass drum is just a piece of plywood and memories. And it's great.
The things that wear out on a kit are usually the heads, and you're going to replace those anyway.
No, I understand that. Like if I was going to get a used kit, I'd end up replacing the heads kind of regardless.
Yeah.
Unless, I bought it used from, Reverb or something like that. And somebody replaced the heads just to be able to sell the thing of like, hey, look, this shouldn't look beat to shit.
Yeah.
Here, this is what's going on. Like, I fully expect to do that. So I got no fight there.
Yep.
But, people like to fucking unload shit and don't really care what their ratings or reputations are. And a lot of people very comfortably will tell you to go fuck yourself. And especially with like a drum set or something like that, with everyone being sketchy about getting jumped and what have you, if I go to meet a dude in a fucking Costco parking lot and he's got a drum set in the back of it. Well, right, but he doesn't want me in his house.
Yeah.
So like, I can't blame him.
Yeah.
But like, how do am I setting the thing up in the fucking parking lot? Like what's the, there's gotta be some trade-off here. Like I need to have some understanding.
That's why I feel like Reverb is a good
and
middle ground.
That's where unfortunately I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people, and even my gut tells me like don't buy fucking new gear. But at the same time, I'm like, if I want exactly what I want, and I don't want to worry about getting ripped off, especially for my first kit, I should probably not overdo it with the money, but be smart about it, shell some out, and be able to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I might be able to find a hodgepodge kit put together. And
yeah, I think you'd be surprised because I've been looking at pedal prices and they're like, that doesn't feel right. And then I go over to Reverb. I'm like, that's why that doesn't
there it
feel
is. Right.
That's why that didn't feel right.
Right.
Like, the sale price on Sweetwater, that's okay. But then I go over to Reverb. I'm like, yeah, I thought that's what I thought. My Sweetwater engineer be lying to my ass.
Well, yeah, that dude's commission based. He's trying to fucking make $1. I get it.
He ain't making dollars on the fucking patch cables that I just ordered.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Well, it sounds like you had a hell of a week. I'm surprised that you said, let's record.
I have regrets, but it's fine. I couldn't reasonably bail because it was like, how should I bail? And it was like, you didn't even put together the fucking playlist that you were grandstanding that we needed to do. Maybe you need to suck it the fuck up and complete your obligations, bitch. And I was like, you know what? Fine. If my own conscience is calling me, my Jiminy Cricket called me a bitch.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that. No, but like Shoulder Angel was like, so you going to be a punk ass or what?
If you said no, I'm fine with that.
You have never, ever given me a hard time if I feel like I need to back out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I genuinely appreciate that about you.
Yeah.
This was one of those like, no, you have no reason not to do this other than, yeah, I don't want to wear. And that's not a reason. That's not, hear me now. That's not I don't want to is not an excuse that adults get to make. All right. I need you to let that fucking sink in. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you can fucking isolate that. Yeah. I don't wanna is the sort of thing that children say.
I don't wanna.
You can tie your own shoes.
Yeah.
You don't get to say, I don't wanna. Even if you're wearing slides, you don't get to say it.
Well, I'm still excited about this project that we're working on.
Yes.
Just because it's fun. It'll be fun to get out. I got boosted, so I'm loaded with 6G now.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta go get my boost.
I downloaded the DLC. I can play all of the old Destiny raids now.
Did you get boosted for SPX?
Yeah, I got SPX is coming. They're having a mask requirement. So even if you get inside, you have a mask requirement. And they have proof of negative rapid test or PCR or proof of vaccination. So I was like, well.
Oh, wow. So you actually have to flash a card before you get in there or get a badge.
Yeah, flash a card or flash a test.
Boy, howdy. Okay, so maybe heads up to everybody going to SPX. That badge line is going to be long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because unless they have quadrupled their badge staff, and their badge staff has never been bad.
Yeah.
But I have definitely stood in line a couple years to get that badge, and it's been a thing. Having those people debate with people who want to go get comics but don't have their vaccination stuff or trying to feed them lines or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get 9 people in. One dude's going to be a shithead. It's going to require 5 other people, and then someone's going to have to get escorted out. And that's 20 minutes right there.
Yeah. I think from noon to like 2, that's when doors open at noon, I think on Saturday. Noon to 2 is going to be a shit show. So if you're going to go later in the evening or get there ass early when all the cartoonists are loading in.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. My also suggestion is if you're going to get a pass for the weekend, but only really plan on shopping, but want to support everything, go like Saturday evening or something like that. Go get your pass when things have settled down. Go Sunday.
Yeah.
Then you'll already have it and then go and do that.
Yeah.
Assuming, I'm guessing that once you've got everything and you've got your badge and you've got your mask and everything else like that, that they're going to let you in Sunday without having to do a recheck of everybody.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good. I'm happy about that stuff too, because
I get you.
Like when they first initially sent out invites to everybody, they hadn't posted what they were going to do in terms of like COVID and stuff. Right. And I was like, I'm going to say yes, but I'm I'm not going to feel good about it.
Right.
And then they announced that they're going to have like some sort of mandate. And I was like, thank the fucking God. Because Montgomery County doesn't give a shit. Like,
nowhere cares anymore. It's become a personal preference thing. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not here to argue that. The idea being is that is a very enclosed space.
It is so
packed like so sardines. Ridiculously fucking enclosed. That is going to be a thing.
You're going to catch something. Something.
You usually catch something in that room regardless. Like the con crud in that room is goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but yeah, SPX is this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. Are you going to come down at all, or you're going to not?
No,
you're going to have a fun weekend.
If my wife were here, she would be insistent upon going.
Yeah.
But with her out of town, I'm good. Like I have trouble enjoying that show in recent years. If I go with somebody who is having a great time, I am perfectly fine, content, whatever it is. I'm sure I can find some cool stuff or what have you. But like with this being kind of the first one, kind of feeling everything out, what have you, like I am pleasantly surprised I'm pleased with how it landed with her vacation, what have you, that like, okay, I'll sit this one out. Next year, maybe we could. Like, because my bigger concern is the shit show of everyone getting badges and getting through that line and how that is managed.
That's going to be a mess.
And will they do less tables and space out the aisles more to let people
No, they did not.
We're worried about you, but only so much.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with SPX, but I was thinking conventions. It might be too late, and we haven't even practiced yet. But would you be interested in doing MagFest some year?
One, there's no way we'd get into MagFest. Best case scenario we could do was squat in the music room at MagFest.
Yeah.
So like that's best case scenario. If you're asking would I like to actually go and enjoy MagFest as a con? Yeah, my wife and I talked about doing this back in 2019, leading into 2020, and then couldn't really get the funds together, and there was some friend drama and what have you, and then pandemic, and like haven't had the opportunity since. So yeah. I mean, because to be honest with you, I've never been to a con where I wasn't working really. So like, I don't know what it's like to enjoy a convention.
Mag is stupid fun because you get to play all the games. Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing is like that feels like one that I could genuinely enjoy.
Yeah. I think they are. They're doing something. They have a mandate of some kind. Like I think you have to show proof of test. I think it's a similar thing to SPX, but like this coming MagFest, they're going to have like a mandate of some kind. So
I don't know. Like to be honest with you, I figure that if I'm going to MagFest, I'm going to catch something kind of regardless. So this is one of those, I'll avoid old people, and I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my wife. I'm asymptomatic. I have been since Jump Street. I'm worried about infecting other people. So, that is a real catch-22 for me, but MagFest is MagFest. That feels like a weird thing of like, once I am hanging out on the floor and I'm taking nips of a flask, pushing my mask up to be able to enjoy it, I start to question like, how healthy am I really being right now? Like realistically, what are we talking about?
Well, it's
like,
alcohol, so it's killing everything.
Right. No, I mean, I get that. Believe Jamie, there's a real question about whether I'm asymptomatic or I'm just real good at drinking. But either way, I haven't caught any sort of symptoms of COVID-19. Yeah. So
yeah.
Ain't no Rona on me, my dude, other than Corona light. That's what I'm talking about. Light. Yeah.
So I think
I got Vin Diesel disease. Like
I think we could play like one of the smaller rooms.
Maybe
eventually, but not this year, but like, I think it might be funny as shit.
It would be very funny to start doing random yacht rock. I think realistically what we would have to do is put together a playlist of songs that are either universally recognized, like your Hall & Oates or something like that, or things that are from movies.
Yeah.
Your Brandy from Guardians 2.
Fangirl.
Right.
And
that like somebody would recognize it and go, oh shit. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's about engagement there at that point. Because we could bogart a music room if we're popular and having a good time and friendly.
Yeah.
We can't bogart a music room if we suck and we're driving everyone else away.
Yeah. But like one of my favorite MagFest things did not happen at MagFest. It was that random anime con at like the Woodley Park Metro Station, that big thing they were sponsoring like a mag room, and we got in there and we were playing dumb shit like a metal version of some song, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun. Like me and Aaron got in there and just were goofing around.
I wonder if we end up doing that instead of just playing. We could get a bunch of kids' instruments and go and actually play the hallway and actually do that. Like I could get that fucking Hello Kitty drum set or whatever it is. You get the little guitar.
Yeah. A little pig nose amp.
Right.
I'm looking forward to this venture, this project. And it's funny doing it on the podcast and planning it out, like behind the band. You don't need that special. We did it all on the podcast.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Do you have anything you wanted to?
Other than I'm currently looking at a Hello Kitty drum set right now.
So good. So good.
No snare though, so that's a fucking bullshit. I'm gonna have to get myself one of those little like practice snares or something like that.
Or like a Pound Puppy snare drum. Like a Pound Puppy's had a snare drum.
Yeah. Have you play one of those weird like sperm looking things that you squeeze or whatever it is?
Yeah. Oh my God. I bet we could play UMBC. Dan works there.
We could totally play UMBC for no fucking reason. Like that.
Well, the student affairs,
Jamie, if there's one thing that I know college kids are into, it's yacht rock.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. See, and this is the thing. You're nodding your head. If we were playing Loyola, that absolutely would fly. UMBC, slightly different demo.
It's like... It'll be funny. They'll
to my understanding, not a lot of boat shoes going on at UMBC. Like it just,
it'll be great. They'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Right.
Exactly. And we'll be like, "Yes."
Yeah. Why? Yes.
Yes. We'll find all of the songs that like 90s hip hop sampled, and we'll play those, and they'll be like, "Oh shit."
I mean,
that's where that comes from.
We could easily just do that instead. I could just start playing just backbeats and you could just start doing hip hop. Like that could just.
Yeah. It's good. It's fun. That's why they call it playing. You're playing music. You're not working music. You're playing music. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. Fun. All right, Brandon, where can people find you? If not in the parking lot at Sheets yelling at a motherfucker.
Yeah, you can find me still fucking raging about Wawa the other night.
Wawa, that's what it was.
Shit would never happen at Sheets. Anyway,
Sheets is too close.
You would not waste quality Sheets food by throwing it at someone.
Damn
you
right.
just wouldn't.
Damn right.
That is the hard line. Who throws sheets? Who? Moms mad at their kids who are throwing them at them kids, clan members who are denouncing the clan, and shitheads and who don't respect anything. No one. No one throws sheets. It's not. It doesn't fly well.
No.
It doesn't look good. It's dramatic. Like you could do a full-on fucking tuxedo mask kind of fucking reveal or whatever it is. Like, I'm no longer racist. Okay. I see what you've done there. Anyway, yeah, you can find me on Instagram leading out that sort of quality content, probably. At that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Jamie Noguchi on Instagram, Angry Zen Master on Twitter and Table K12 at Small Press Expo this weekend.
Hey!
North Bethesda. It's fucking Rockville. It's not North Bethesda. You fucking some dumb shit. Anyway, come see us at Small Press Expo. Come see me at Small Press Expo. I am
fuck everybody else at Small Press Expo. Come see yourselves.
I'm not ready at all, but come see me anyway.
Table K12.
Yeah, K12. Yeah.
Are you ready? All weekend long, SPX Northern Bethesda proudly presents to you Small Press Expo. That's right. For one weekend and one weekend only, you can find comic book artists, t-shirt artists, webcomics artists under one roof. Vaccination and mask are all required. Hit yourselves up, spx.com for tickets and details. Come see Jamie, Angry Zen Master Noguchi. He'll sign your back. He'll sign your book. He'll sign your tits. So long as you're willing to sign yourself a permission slip. All weekend long. Small Press Expo.
Expo.
All right, I think I'm gonna go nap.
Yeah.